It is not how much we do, but how much love we put in the doing. It is not how much we give, but how much love we put in the giving. We have probably heard these words moving us to reflect on our Christian lives as witnesses of the gospel. Dear friends, welcome to You Too Can Be a Saint, an interaction with a saint to give us a meaningful insight into the lives of those who were like us but lived their lives following Jesus closely, going on to do extraordinary acts of love and charity. Today, we have with us a well-known saint dear to all of us Indians, Saint Teresa of Calcutta, fondly known as Mother Teresa to us. We celebrate her feast on the 5th of September, the day she offered up her soul to God. Welcome, Mother Teresa. We are happy to have you with us today. We would gladly like to hear about your calling to dedicate your life to serving the poor and the abandoned with love, care, and compassion. At the outset, can you tell us about your early life and your calling to be a nun at such a young age?
Thank you for having me here today to share with you some glimpses of my life and my calling to serve Jesus in the poor and abandoned. I was born in Skopje in Macedonia in a devout Catholic family and was baptized and given the name Agnes. At a young age, I was drawn to acts of charity and was greatly inspired by my mother. I later joined the Sisters of Loreto in Ireland and was given the name Sister Mary Teresa after Saint Therese of Lisieux.
Your early life was molded by your devout family who helped you imbibe good values at a young age. Can you tell us about your initial years in India?
After initial training, I was sent to Darjeeling, India. Here, I worked at the school run by the Sisters of Loreto, which provided free education to girls hailing from poor families. Although I loved teaching and enjoyed shaping young minds, I was often very disturbed by the plight of the people that I saw. I experienced the pitiful condition of the poor and how trying the times were for them. The sufferings and desperation of the hungry tugged at the cords of my heart. At a retreat, I experienced a call within a call. I felt as if Jesus was asking me to come out of the walls and serve the downtrodden of society. I adopted the white sari with a blue border, and with some basic medical training, I began living among the poor in the slums of Calcutta. Soon, I had a few more nuns who joined me. We went door to door begging for food and financial help. We survived on very little and used most of what we received to help the people around us. Gradually, our efforts were seen a little more, and with that, more help started pouring in.
It is beautiful to hear how God called you from your rather comfortable way of life to serve Him in the streets, to attend to the downtrodden of society. Can you tell us about the founding of the Missionaries of Charity and the good work being done in so many countries today?
Yes, in order to respond better to both the physical and spiritual needs of the poor, I decided to found the Missionaries of Charity in the year 1950. I believed that our work should not be limited to those with religious vocations, and so we worked with some co-workers and people of many faiths and nationalities who shared our spirit of prayer, simplicity, sacrifice, and our apostolate of humility and love.
The work you began has spread far and wide to more than 700 missions operating in over 130 countries. It includes orphanages and hospices, even for those with terminal illnesses. Through all of this, were there ever moments that you felt especially lost during difficult times?
Well, yes, hidden from all eyes, even those closest to me. There were moments in my life where I experienced deep, painful, and an abiding feeling of being separated from God, even rejected by Him at times. It was at these moments that I was filled with an ever-increasing longing for His love. These dark moments were the painful night of my soul, which began around the time when I started my work for the poor. This painful phase led me to an ever more profound union with God. I was glad I could share in the thirst of Jesus, in His painful and burning longing for love, and in the interior desolation of the poor.
Thank you, Mother Teresa, for sharing with us so much about your inspiring life that will definitely move us to doing whatever we can to serve Jesus in our neighbor. Mother Teresa was beatified by Pope John Paul II on October 19, 2003. She is a symbol of love and compassion. Her life of loving service to the poor has inspired many to follow the same path. Her witness and message are cherished by those of every religion as a sign that God still loves the world today. Mother Teresa, in all aspects of her life, came to the defense of human life, those unborn and those abandoned and discarded. She reached out to those who were left to die on the side of the road, seeing in them their God-given dignity. She made her voice heard before the powers of this world, so that they might recognize their guilt for the crime of poverty they created. May her example help us to strive for holiness, to love God, to respect and love every human person created by God in His own image and in whom He dwells, and to care for our poor and suffering brethren. May all the sick, the suffering, and those who seek God's help find a friend and intercessor in Mother Teresa. Let us remember and follow her words in our daily life. Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love.